Good evening. Yes, I'm working from home a lot, but I am also stuck at home, so I'm not running around like I usually do, getting distracted by 8 million things and being ADHD and all that jazz. So I've had all this time to think and do stuff and post and be extra active on social media. But those of you who know me, I was mentioning the personality tests, and I'm a psych major, just so you know. I got my bachelor's and 5 classes of my master's before work got too crazy and my 2 adopted babies took over my life. But just recently my daughter and says, "Mom, what's your personality type?" And I said, "I don't know, I can't remember." And I think it's definitely changed over the years, okay? And so I got ENFP-A. Okay, and she got like INSJ-T. And I said, "Well, what's the -A and what's the -P or T?" And -A is emotionally like stable, kind of chill, and the -T is turbulent. And so I said to her, "Well, I said to her, oh, you're whatever you are, INSJ or whatever -T." And she said, "Yeah." And I said to her, what's the T?" She goes, "Oh, well, I don't know if it's turbulent or something like turbulent or something." And I said, "Oh, that's about right." She goes, "Thanks a lot, Mom." And we looked at each other. I'm like, "Need I say more?" And then she started laughing. But the reason I'm sharing this is because, of course, I know in my faith, and I have to say this because if you know me, you know where I come from and my perspective, but who I am is found in Christ. Okay, so that's my ultimate identity. Okay, I am loved by God, and I love God, and I'm a child of God, and I find my purpose in Him. Okay, so that's my top tier. But what's really cool though is being caught up on these personality types, because if you answer the questions honestly, which I had to like pause and go back a couple times because I realized, that's not quite as honest as I should be. So they're really stinking accurate. Like, you'll trip out reading the results, like, as long as you're honest with yourself. And like, if you're not, you may not be dishonest with yourself, but you may not really know yourself, and you might think things about yourself that aren't true. And so you might answer that way because you think that, but it's not really true. But I'm sure most of y'all can like be honest with yourself while you're taking the test. Like, I'm a dreamer. I'm full of life, I'm very good at coming up with ideas and implement, like giving ideas to people and coming up with ways to do things differently and give feedback and make things better. But I really don't want to be the implementer person, boss, administrator person. Like when I start having to do like, the planned out, like executing all those things, I'm like, oh no. So it's pretty funny because it says, and I joke around, I tell people, man, if I had to have a 9-to-5 job, I'd probably get fired, because I'd be like going around to everybody like, "How are you doing? Are you okay? What's going on? What was your childhood like? Like, are you having a bad day? And I don't think I could, I just don't think I could do a 9-to-5 job. Plus I'd be tired and bored, and I'd be like having to make my rounds talking to everybody. So anyway, I took the test on, it's called 16personalitytypes.com or something. But you should do it. It's super fun. And I think, it's interesting because I watched this video this morning. This guy was talking about like dating sites and these, Instagram and Facebook. Of course, yes, I'm on them. But how people are like, "Oh, how many likes did I get? And how many followers do I have? And did you see my post? Did you like it?" And like, I don't even think we know, like, a lot of people even know how to live a real life or have like a value apart from how many likes they have or how sexually desirable they are. It's like, do you have a brain? Like, do you have any dreams, goals, purpose in life? Like, what's your story? So I'm encouraging all you to take the test. It's probably going to take you maybe 10 some minutes to take the test, 10-15 minutes, another 10 minutes to read through it. It's pretty long results. Okay. But the cool thing about it is, like, for example, because I'm real strong and persistent and have these ideas and I charge ahead, people want to think, "Oh, you're a leader," and I am in many ways, but they think I'm going to be like the implementer person. And I'm like, no, I like compliment the implementer. Okay, I compliment the boss. I don't care. I don't need to be the boss, but I want to be part of the process where I can be like the eyes and ears and the watchman on the wall, where I can say to the boss, oh, hey, okay, that looks really good, but we need to think about this. Or, oh, you know, you were talking about this job, but you didn't, what kind of benefits does that job have? You're offering somebody, oh, we didn't talk about the benefits. Yeah, you need to remember that. So like I enhance like the leader, right? So they're not better than I am. I'm not less than I am. They might be the boss, but I'm kind of like the neck that turns the head. Okay. And it'll also help you understand some things about yourself, so you just don't beat yourself up or get frustrated or go, what's wrong with me? Or why isn't this working? And you wonder why you're so frustrated at your job or your relationships. This is a psychological standpoint. Now, once again, if you know the Lord, He will put you where He wants you, okay? But if you're confident in the Lord, you know that, okay? And so sometimes you're in places that you don't like, but you know you're supposed to be, you are where you're supposed to be. But even without the Lord, it's so cool to understand, like, oh, Lord, you made me for a purpose. You made me a certain way, and I can just be okay with that. And it doesn't mean everybody can like me, or I'm cut out for every job, and it's okay. It's just not who I am. So anyway, I think it's 16personalities.com. Check it out. It's really fun. Seriously. Like, I love showing the results and reading about them. I just start laughing because I'm like, oh my gosh, I was reading my daughter's, and she is so smart. And ever since she's like could speak, she was ridiculously smart and wise. And she's had kind of a lonely road. She just doesn't quite fit in. And when I was reading her results, it was like very smart, very analytical, practical, deals with the facts, bookworm, comes across arrogant. It's a lonely road. They don't make a lot of friends because they're really not interested in gossip and other stuff. You better show them the facts, and they want to read and be intelligent, and they come across arrogant because they have information. They know they've got facts. It's like, oh my gosh, that is so my 14-year-old. And me, I'm like the perpetual dreamer, and I don't care about who you are, what you have. I don't care if you're rich or gorgeous or funny or attractive, whatever. I'm like, what's your story? Are you real? Like, are you a real person? What's going on behind there? Like, what's your point in life, and what's your purpose, and who are you? Because I don't really care what kind of money you have or where you live or what you drive or what you look like if you're not cool, if you're not real. So anyway, it was so much fun. I hope you try it and post the results. Tag me because I want to read them. Okay.